What's up, Metaverse? I'm Pock, your favorite pirate, and I'm back with another Star Atlas video. Today, we're going to talk about the Town Hall, massive leaks coming this week, a developing story about one of the founders of Star Atlas, runway speculation, and much more. Before we get started, I wanted to celebrate the newest and best addition to my fleet. I was able to get this beauty at a little bit of a discount this week, and just could not pass up the opportunity. This is the Ambwe, my second dream ship. Now I'm shooting for the O-Pod and my fleet will be complete. I'll just have to rely on other members of Dark Matter for rescue and repair, and I know they're good for it. And with that, guys, nothing in this video is financial advice. This channel is about the game. Sometimes we just have to talk about the financial aspects of a developing metaverse. I have it confirmed from Dom, the Discord community manager, that the next town hall will happen by the end of April. Probably the only fruits of my labor today. But this town hall should provide answers on when Sage, updated runway, future UE5 releases that are slated for this year, and hopefully answers to the communication struggles that have frequented the team for a while now. Next on our list of topics is why I didn't put out a new episode of The Leakend this week. Well, Star Atlas did not give us much last week, but there was a Teams meeting Friday to share all the treasures they've worked on amongst themselves, and we got hints of a major series of leaks coming this week as a result of that meeting. Our next story might have just boosted this week's leak content capacity as well. Hologram News Network first broke this story Saturday. Pablo, one of the founders of Star Atlas, is no longer with the project, and I applaud HNN for releasing this story as boldly as they did, because there was not and has yet to be any statement from the Star Atlas team. Pablo was the Chief Revenue Officer in charge of acquiring funding for the development of Star Atlas, an issue that has been on the top of the community's radar for a very long time. They did have a meeting on progress Friday, and maybe he didn't have too much to show. It's purely speculation at this point, and honestly, if he was responsible for the failed plan to sell the Titan ships, Star Atlas can definitely benefit from his departure. I still have not found a good explanation as to why these ships were listed the way they were. Ship pricing was obviously an issue. We can see that based on how many ships Star Atlas still has listed in the marketplace themselves, which actually limits the ability to sell future ships in a flooded market. But this might not be the reason for him and Star Atlas parting ways either. He also posted an anti-capitalism tweet earlier this week, and Star Atlas is centered on the idea of a free market. So this realization of differences in ideology could have led to the separation. But until the team actually releases a statement, only thing we can do is speculate. Another interesting story that has come to light this week is that for over 3 months, Star Atlas has been quietly selling off their shares of Atlas and Polis. Now, before we all start freaking out, we do need to know a little more. Unfortunately, this has mostly been kept quiet, and when it was brought to people's attention in Discord, the response didn't make sense to me. What does it mean that this wallet was flagged? Thanks to a very diverse and proactive community, we have been able to all but confirm that this is a wallet owned by Star Atlas. So again, if it's their wallet, what does it mean that this wallet was flagged? Why couldn't we get an answer over a month ago when it was first brought to light? Now, a lot of people will try to say Wagner said they were considering this at the last town hall, which is great, but let's go ahead and listen to it.
Well, we weren't in a position to be able to sell any of our tokens last year. I took a strong position against that. So at some point in the future, though, it should be expected and realistic that we are going to be selling some of our tokens on a regular basis into the market.
This statement was from a town hall on February 2nd, but the selling of Atlas and Polis has gone on since early January. There's a major difference between selling in the future and they've already been doing it for a month. I'm not mad that they're selling off tokens, and I'll explain that in a minute, but I am upset about the apparent misdirection from this. Were they trying to figure out how the community would respond? Like, they don't have to tell us if they're gonna cash out their tokens, but don't tell us you're considering it when you're already doing it. Okay, with that little rant out of the way, there are positives to this. It all depends on the intention of the selling. If it's for Runway, I am more than happy that they decided to do this. By using this to fund the Runway, they aren't just offering us more assets that we won't be able to use for a very long time. They don't have to ask us to fully fund further development if they do this, and they don't have to ask us to fully fund further development. The best part is that with the selling of Polis, Star Atlas is now actually decentralized. The team owned 51% of Polis, the game's governance token, but now that means they own less than half, giving power to the people. I hope this doesn't delay the progress they've been making in actually getting the DAO running live. But only time will tell. The potential upside for the team selling is major, but again, all this is speculation and we will just have to wait for an official statement from the team. The impressive part of this selling is that it really has not had a major impact on the market. Man, the Atlas Brew is going to be interesting this week. I know I'm definitely going to be there because you have the ability to join the conversation and actually voice your opinion to community leaders. So I cannot wait to see what comes of it. On a positive note, Star Atlas will be front and center at Solana Play GG. This is a major event where developers on Solana show off their work to the community at large. This is the event where ground racing will be introduced. There's also the potential for other releases coming during or before this event. The team's been working on a mobile companion app for Sage, and we might get to see that soon. Hopefully, we see Sage soon. More Sage news will be released at the Town Hall later this month, but I know that the first release will be a treasure hunt, incentivizing participation and movement. It is just a movement tracking test after all, but we were told we can expect many additional releases and improvements this year. I'm really hoping the Town Hall brings more answers than it does questions. And in the final bit of news is that there was a very strong suggestion from the team that Core, Star Atlas comic series, will be at Comic-Con in San Diego, which actually really makes a whole lot of sense since Comic-Con is literally the day after the Solana Play GG event. This comes after wrapping up the 6th edition of Core this week and taking a break for 2 months. I'm currently on the 3rd book in the series, and I cannot wait to do a video on Star Atlas lore. Several videos on Star Atlas lore. I'll begin working on the first video early next week. I'm really hoping the Star Atlas team keeps me busy with leaks this week. Well guys, thanks for sticking with me through this video, through the ups and downs. Overall, I absolutely love Star Atlas, and I believe the future is bright in this metaverse. That does not mean that I agree 100% with how the developers do things, but it does mean that you will get my full and honest opinion, good or bad. What are your thoughts on everything going on this week? Do you want to see a video review of my new Ambwe? Let me know in the comment section below, and as always guys, the support is appreciated. I will catch you in the galactic seas. Pock out.